You know that feeling when everything seems to be going perfectly, and then suddenly, she goes cold? The texts get shorter, the enthusiasm fades, and you're left wondering what the hell just happened. Women don't usually lose interest out of nowhere. There are specific behaviors, mistakes that most men don't even realize they're making, that flip the attraction switch from on to off faster than you can say, "What did I do wrong?" I'm going to walk you through the 7 truths that kill attraction, often within days or even hours. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to avoid if you want to keep that spark alive. Let's dive in. Truth number 1: you don't lead. I need to be careful here because this isn't about being controlling or making all the decisions. But there's a difference between being collaborative and being completely passive. When every plan, every decision, and every initiative comes from her, it's exhausting. "I don't know, what do you want to do?" might seem laid back, but it actually places the entire mental load of the relationship on her shoulders. Leadership in dating means taking initiative. It means making plans. "I'm thinking we could check out that new Thai place on Friday night. Pick you up at 7? She can say yes, suggest an alternative, or propose something different entirely. But you've created the framework. This extends beyond just planning dates. It's about decisiveness in general. When you're together and she asks, "Should we stay for another drink or head out?" have an opinion. When watching Netflix and she asks, "What should we watch?" suggest something instead of going back and forth for 20 minutes. Anthropological research suggests that decisiveness signals competence and resourcefulness, traits that have been valued in partners across cultures and throughout history. It's not about gender roles, it's about demonstrating you can navigate the world effectively. The key is doing this while still being flexible and considerate of her preferences. You're not a dictator, you're someone who takes initiative and makes her life easier, not harder. Truth number 2: you misread comfort for attraction. She felt comfortable with you. Safe. Like she could be herself. And you confused that with burning attraction. Here's the difference. Comfort is what you feel with a best friend, a therapist, or a really good roommate. Attraction is the magnetic pull that makes someone choose you romantically and sexually. You became the safe option. The reliable one. The person she could vent to, rely on, trust completely. And those are valuable qualities in a friendship. But somewhere along the way, you stopped creating any tension, any excitement, any polarity. Every interaction became predictable and pleasant. No spontaneity. No playful challenge. No flirtation. No edge. Just comfort. Research in relationship psychology distinguishes between companionate love, based on affection and comfort, and passionate love, based on intensity and desire. Both are important, but early-stage relationships die when they shift too quickly into pure companionate territory. You stopped creating experiences. You stopped being unpredictable. You stopped having that slight edge that keeps someone on their toes. Every date was the same. Every conversation followed a pattern. Every response was exactly what she expected. And comfort without tension becomes boredom. I'm not saying you should manufacture drama or play games. I'm saying you should maintain your own life, your own interests, your own mystery. Be someone who occasionally surprises her, not because you're being strategic, but because you're genuinely living a full life she's invited into, not one that revolves entirely around her. The men who keep attraction alive. They balance comfort with excitement. Stability with spontaneity. Predictability with surprise. You gave her only one side of that equation and wondered why the chemistry died. Truth number 3: you stopped growing as a person. When you first met, you were working on yourself. You had goals, ambitions, things you were excited about. You were going somewhere. Now, you've stagnated. You complain about your job but do nothing to change it. You talk about getting in shape but never hit the gym. You stopped reading, learning, or challenging yourself. You're the same person you were a year ago, 2 years ago, maybe even worse. Here's an uncomfortable truth: attractive people are attracted to other attractive people. And attractiveness isn't just physical, it's about being someone who's actively engaged with life and personal growth. When you stop growing, you become less interesting. There are fewer stories to tell, fewer experiences to share, less energy in your presence. You're no longer the dynamic person she met, you're a static version going through the motions. Carol Dweck's research on mindset shows that people with a growth mindset, those who see themselves as capable of change and development, are more resilient, more successful, and yes, more attractive than those with a fixed mindset. Your relationship with yourself sets the tone for every other relationship in your life. If you're not invested in your own growth and happiness, why would she want to invest in a future with you? Keep pursuing your goals. Stay curious. Challenge yourself. Be someone you'd want to spend time with. That's how you maintain attraction long term. Truth number 4: you negotiated when you should have walked. She did something that crossed a line. Maybe she flirted with someone else. Maybe she canceled plans repeatedly without good reason. Maybe she spoke to you in a way that no one who respects you would. And what did you do? You talked about it. You expressed your feelings. You set a boundary. She apologized. Maybe even seemed sincere. Then she did it again. And you talked about it again. With slightly more emotion this time, but still, you stayed. Here's the uncomfortable truth: boundaries without consequences aren't boundaries, they're suggestions. And every time you accept an apology without seeing changed behavior, you're teaching her that your words don't match your actions. You thought you were being mature by communicating. You thought you were being strong by forgiving. You thought you were being evolved by giving second chances. But she heard something completely different: "I'll tolerate whatever you do because I'm too afraid to lose you." Studies on relationship dynamics show that consistent follow-through on stated boundaries is one of the strongest predictors of relationship respect and longevity. Words mean nothing if behavior doesn't shift. I'm not saying people can't make mistakes. I'm saying there's a difference between a mistake and a pattern. One deserves compassion. The other deserves your exit. But you stuck around explaining why something hurt you for the 15th time, wondering why she kept doing it. Brother, she kept doing it because she could. Because you showed her that your boundaries were negotiable. The men who maintain attraction don't threaten to leave. They just leave when their standards aren't met. Quietly. Definitively. With self-respect and tact. And ironically, that's often when she actually pays attention. Truth number 5: you prioritized harmony over honesty. You had opinions you didn't share. Preferences you didn't voice. Frustrations you swallowed. All in the name of keeping the peace. You thought you were being easygoing. Conflict avoidant. Mature. But what you were actually doing was lying. Constantly. About small things that eventually became a massive, invisible wall between you. She'd suggest a restaurant you disliked, you'd go without complaint. She'd make plans without asking, you'd accommodate with a smile. She'd say something you disagreed with, you'd nod along to avoid debate. And you told yourself this was compromise. This was being a good partner. Here's what she actually experienced: dating a person without a backbone. Someone so terrified of conflict that they'd become whoever she needed them to be in that moment. That's not attractive. That's unsettling. Because if you can't trust someone to be honest about where they want to eat dinner, how can you trust them with real challenges? If they'll smile and agree to things they resent, what else are they hiding? Psychological research on authentic relating shows that couples who engage in constructive conflict actually report higher relationship satisfaction than those who avoid conflict entirely. Why? Because conflict means both people are showing up as themselves. You thought friction would push her away. But the absence of friction made her question if you were even real. Real people have opinions. Real people disagree. Real people occasionally get annoyed. Real people aren't infinitely accommodating robots programmed to validate. The irony? Your desperate attempt to avoid conflict by agreeing with everything created the ultimate conflict. She lost respect for you and left. Would you respect someone who never stood for anything? Truth number 6: you waited for her to fix what you refused to fix. Deep down, you knew there were things you needed to work on. Maybe your career direction. Maybe your confidence. Maybe your emotional patterns. Maybe your communication skills. You knew. And instead of doing the hard work of addressing these issues, you hoped the relationship would somehow heal them. You thought her love would make you confident. Her validation would fix your self-worth. Her presence would resolve your deeper issues. But that's not how it works. No one can fix what you refuse to address. No relationship can heal wounds that require individual work. And when she realized she was supposed to be both your girlfriend and your emotional repair service, she got exhausted. Psychological research on attachment and self-development is clear. Unresolved personal issues don't disappear in relationships, they amplify. Your insecurities got louder. Your fears got bigger. Your patterns got more entrenched. And instead of taking radical responsibility in doing the therapeutic work, the personal development, the deep self-examination, you just hoped she'd love you through it. That's not fair. To her or to yourself. The work you're avoiding will destroy every relationship until you finally do it. You can't outsource your healing to someone who signed up to be your partner, not your therapist. Truth number 7: you made her your entire social life. Your friends started getting rain checks. Hobbies got shelved. The life you had before her slowly dissolved until she became your only source of social fulfillment. You thought you were showing commitment, prioritizing the relationship, being devoted. What you actually did was suffocate both of you. When you abandon your friendships, your interests, your independent social life, you don't become a better partner. You become a burden. Because now every social need, every need for connection, every moment of boredom becomes her responsibility to fill. That's enormous pressure. And it's unattractive. Research on interdependence theory in relationships shows that healthy relationships maintain both togetherness and autonomy. Partners need independent identities and social networks to avoid codependence. She didn't sign up to be your entire world. She signed up to be part of your world, a world that was interesting and full before she arrived. But you collapsed your world down to just her and then wondered why she felt claustrophobic. The most attractive relationships? Both people maintain robust lives outside the relationship. They have friends, hobbies, passions, commitments that don't involve their partner. They come together from places of fullness, not emptiness. You came from emptiness, needing her to complete you, to entertain you, to fulfill every social and emotional need. And that's not romantic. That's parasitic. Look, relationships are complex, and there's no perfect formula. But if you're making several of these mistakes simultaneously, you're actively working against your own interests. The good news? Every single one of these is fixable. You can start maintaining your independence today. You can practice expressing genuine opinions. You can respect boundaries. You can work on yourself. Attraction isn't magic, it's the result of consistent behaviors that signal value, confidence, and emotional health. Stop doing the things that kill it, and start doing the things that cultivate it. If this resonated with you, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We're building something special here at Aphorism Archive, a community committed to real growth and better relationships. Drop a comment below and tell me which mistake hit closest to home, or share one I might have missed. Remember, the relationship you have with yourself is the foundation for every other relationship in your life. Work on that first, and everything else falls into place. I'll see you in the next one.